on New Zealand's Next Top Model.
Oh, God.
The girls got seen on their go-sees.
Ruby, I don't think at all looked like a model.
But while some shone,
Nice legs, yeah.
others failed to show.
We could have gone home and she would have missed the job completely.
And following a foxy photo shoot aboard a luxury super yacht,
I think maybe Laura was a little bit distracted. She didn't really feel like she was quite there.
Victoria's top model dream sailed off into the sunset. 4 girls remain, who will be eliminated tonight.
Victoria coped with getting eliminated so well, like,
Oh, heck yeah.
you know,
She was so good about it.
yeah, she was.
She hardly even cried.
I think she was just so stoked to make it this far, and I mean, everyone's pretty stoked to make it this far.
I had the worst week. I deserved to go home. I had mentally prepared myself to be in the bottom 2 or going home. Like, that was the only 2 options for me.
Did you think you were going home?
I thought at least bottom 2. Yeah, I'm flawed.
To be perfectly honest, she can do a lot better. The judges know that she knows that. We all know you did a shit photo. I just thought that was quite strange to make a big deal out of it.
Bottom 2. How does it feel?
Not that great. It was my first time in the bottom 2. Very scary.
This isn't a game.
I definitely don't think it's a game, and I definitely do want to improve. I have no idea where Sarah's coming from with the fact that she said I treat this like a game. Can you not see how much I've given up to be here? Do you not see how hard I work? And everyone acts like Hosanna's this big angel because she practices in front of the cameras and stuff. And that really annoys me.
All day, every day, Hosanna prances around like she's on a catwalk and she pulls faces. She's nuts. She is insane. She's f***ing crazy.
I have just as much chance as any of the other girls of winning this. They never thought that, and that's obviously sort of blown up in their face because I got the top photo this week, and now they're all struggling to get there now, I guess.
Loose lips sink ships. A top model needs to be prepared for anything. Love, Sarah. What does that mean?
It sounds like impromptu speaking to me. Like talking on the spot. That does not sound cool.
I'm the worst with thinking about what I say before I say it. So, not a task for me.
All us girls were sitting reading magazines, and then Sarah walked in with a special guest.
Hi, girls.
Hi.
One of you girls is going to be New Zealand's Next Top Model. And with that title, there's going to come a lot of interest from the media. So there's someone I'd like you to meet. This is Wendell Nissen. Wendell is a celebrity journalist and a media expert.
In a former life, I would hunt people like you down and I would do the worst stories you could dream of, and I was very, very good at it. So I'm going to take you through some interviews today. I'm going to teach you the tricks of the trade, and hopefully you'll stay out of the gossip columns and get good press.
It's quite scary, the fact that Wendell used to stalk celebrities to get their information, and now she's going to be interviewing us. So I don't know what she's going to get out of me.
So who's going to be on the front page of the paper and who's going to be in the gossip column?
I totally disagree that all publicity is good publicity. I don't want to be seen getting out of a car with my bum hanging out.
You've basically been cut off, haven't you, from all your friends and family, and that includes for your boyfriend, I understand. So how did you meet him? Did you meet him in Wellington or up here, or...?
Well, he's going to hate me for telling you this, but he can cope with it. He's a big boy. We met at Pizza Hut in Havram and we worked together, and then when Pizza Hut closed down, we kind of started seeing each other. We're all human, and there's no doubt about it that I'll probably slip up somewhere along the way, but hopefully it's not to the Britney Spears level.
You had a little bit of a nasty business to deal with, your DIC conviction.
Right. Yes, that's true. When Wendell asked me about the drink driving thing, it wasn't something that I had mentally prepared myself for, and that was kind of stupid of me. Like, I really should have thought that she was going to ask me that. It was definitely a low point for me. It got printed in the local newspaper and I felt really, really ashamed. It wasn't a fun time for me.
How did that change your life? Like, was it a real shock to you?
When I apply for jobs, I have to tell people that I've got a criminal conviction. I am a criminal.
The important thing about getting that drunk driving conviction out there is that it's important that you manage it yourself. How you could have handled that better is you should have cut it short. You went on and on about it because I prompted you to. You need to just say, yep, happened, I was 18, it's done, I've learned from my mistakes, that's all I want to say about it.
Okay.
Kia ora.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
I think she'll definitely try and, twist everything I say, put words in my mouth. But I mean, I guess that's why I'm sort of looking forward to seeing if I can overcome that or not.
I googled you. 184 pages.
Oh, it can't all be about me.
They were. Where are they all coming from?
I used to do a lot of sport when I was younger. I started swimming when I was 9 years old. When you're a 9-year-old kid, you never ever expect to be at the nationals, winning gold medals and stuff. So with the success came the limelight, really.
Yeah. Has there been any conflict with anyone?
There have been 13 people in this house with very different personalities from all over New Zealand. There's definitely going to be conflict.
And?
And you'll have to watch the show. I gave her honest answers, but I was not going to tell her what my relationship was like with certain girls in the show.
By all means, be careful what you say, but also deliver a story, because I would leave this interview today and have nothing to write about. You don't get the publicity.
Okay.
So you lost.
Okay.
I don't know who will do the worst, because I did think that Hazan had good social skills, but now apparently she does. So I'm not sure who's going to do the worst today. It could be me, actually.
Tell me, what are you going to do if you don't get top model? You're only 16, so is it back to school?
I will definitely go back to school. My mum's made that very clear to me. I'll go to university after.
But you don't think you'll model for a living? You don't think that's on the cards for you?
My mum was saying to me that I wouldn't be able to make a good living off it.
If I was leaving now and trying to find a story about you, and I was not a nice journalist, I would be writing something about how you're too posh to model. Because you basically said to me, oh, modelling doesn't earn any money.
I definitely think Wendell got the wrong impression of me, and that's really annoying. I'm really, angry that she thought that.
No, I don't mean the modelling doesn't make no money. I just mean for me personally. I don't know if I'd do that well, Yeah. That's what I was getting at.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But the reality is, the interview's finished, I've written the story.
Yeah.
I learned from today that they can make a story out of anything you say and twist it, because I think that she wanted me to be more bitchy than I was.
She could easily come across as the spoilt little rich bitch, and that's good headlines. That's Paris Hilton, so she needs to be very careful about that.
I didn't really enjoy the whole interview thing. It was kind of, well, it wasn't exactly fun talking to her.
Who pissed you off the most?
We all get along, and in a social...
You all get along? Come on.
No, honestly.
You must have some little spats. Someone must be driving you nuts.
You just gotta deal with it, and there's no point dwelling on somebody who annoys you. It's just it just makes you as bad as them, so. She was definitely trying to get me to sound a wee bit catty or bitchy, and asking me questions which I could have answered really in a really bad way, but I feel like I was totally myself.
What about this whole fat thing? I mean, the one thing I've heard about you is apparently you're overweight.
I think it's fair enough for them to say that, because if I don't fit the stock size, I can't be a model. It honestly doesn't really bother me that much, because at least they've given me this chance to change.
Ruby was so sweet and nice, she just bored me to tears.
I could have just made something up and been like, oh yeah, I'm this total rock star, throw shit out my windows all the time and just go crazy. But I didn't.
What's the worst thing that you've done so far on this show?
The other day when Victoria was here, we decided we'd throw in the pool. Me and Laura grabbed her feet and we trusted Christabel with her head, and she's probably the weakest one out of us all. She dropped her head in the pool and we still had her feet.
Oh my God, so you nearly drowned her.
Potentially it could have been fatal.
If I was going away to write this up now, I would have a near-death experience in New Zealand model house. It's not fair, I know, but you basically did confirm that, you could have killed her. So give me a story that I find fascinating, interesting about you, and I'm less likely to beat up the pool story.
Yeah.
They all had a sort of a possum in the headlights look. They're so used to being so pretty. They needed to learn that they had to have a story as well. So for journalists, they need to work a lot harder and give us something to write about. Otherwise, they're just not going to get the press.
Hazan, tell us more about it.
What did you tell you at the end?
I don't really want to say, to be perfectly honest.
At the moment, it's kind of like me, Ruby and Laura, and then there's his